Hey guys, what's up? It's Heather with the Mosco and Max. It's also Max with the Mosco. We are down in the raised bed vegetable garden today. We are going to thin out our carrots. So last year I planted carrots in here and I did never thin them, and I could tell because they were small. So we're going to thin them this year. So I live in East Tennessee. I garden in Zone 7 AB-ish. It's right there on the border. And these are, I think, Nante's carrots. So I have these raised beds that we built last year. There's all kind of videos from last year about building these beds and putting drip in these beds. Part of the reason that I do that is because I have really heavy clay soil here in East Tennessee. And if you try to put some root crops in the ground, it doesn't always go so well. So what I do is put them in raised beds. And currently, this is one of my favorite things in the garden right now. It just looks so lush and beautiful, but there are some weeds underneath here that we need to take care of as well. These little things, whatever they are. And if we don't thin our carrots, we'll get small carrots again. So what we're gonna do here is just go through and thin them so that each plant is about yay apart, like 1.5 inches. And one time I was super diligent and put in some zinnia seeds in a bed, and I went to go thin them like I'm supposed to, and I started to pull the weaker links, and when I did that, lost the whole patch. So instead of pulling them, I thin using some scissors. If you had some snips, that'd probably be even better with like the really pointy nose so that you could really get in there, but I don't, so scissors will work. And again, we're just gonna go through here and find, a weak link or one that's too close to another one and cut it out. Now, the reason you could just plant your seeds 2 per hole and make life easier, but I'm super lazy and I'm a big fan of the idea that a seed packet is $5, so screw it, throw them all in there. So I just do this here number and sprinkle my seeds in and then let them come up all thick and then just thin them later. I think that that's way easier. So basically what we're gonna do is just go in here and find a plant, and anything that's in like 1.5 inches of it, we're just gonna cut it out. Throw away the tops. If you have like, I don't know, chickens or, can you eat carrot tops? Someone comment below with a better idea. You could compost these for sure, but I'm just gonna throw mine out in the woods. Generally speaking, if I'm getting rid of some type of foliage or weeds or whatever, my compost bin is full because I don't do a very good job of like turning it and actually making compost. So I'm also going in here and weeding as I go as well. So I'll just throw mine out in the woods. I have plenty of woods around here, and I feel like eventually it will compost into something. Oh, there's a nasty centipede right there. So I've really enjoyed these raised beds. And I've talked before, I put out a video about my vegetable garden. Let's just pull that guy, he's too far away from anything. Let's get rid of that one. And that one. But I would like to have a permanent vegetable garden space that has, let's get rid of both of these and that has raised beds. I really enjoy the gardening in raised beds so much better. I feel like the soil, y'all help me, soil is so much better. Also, shout out to Grandma for this bench. This is really soothing to be out here. It's like 7 a.m. right now, and I dropped the kid off from school and then immediately went to gardening, because if not, sometimes I don't get to do that. Especially not film it and not do a good job filming it. A lot of times I am super pressed for time. I do work more than 40 hours a week at a full-time job. So sometimes you gotta wake up at 5 a.m. and make sure you can get your stuff done. I would much rather wake up at 5 a.m. and get all the things done than I would sleep in and not have as productive of a day. Being productive is very rewarding to me. And there's a lot right here. And we're just cutting them off at soil level. The idea here being that if you do that, they won't have enough leaf material to grow back. So I'm gonna keep working at this, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. It will be kind of sad looking because these are used to using each other to hold themselves up, and then when you just start thinning them, they start kind of look sad. And I don't know why I start in the middle of the bed with everything. It seems so odd, but I do. I also have a volunteer cilantro plant right here, and a volunteer cucumber right here. My cilantro is looking so prime. And I picked a whole bunch yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna make some salsa. I love salsa. Like recently, one of the people, my co-workers said, you love salsa more than anyone I've ever met. And that is probably true. And I was like, I'm gonna make some salsa. I got a whole gaggle of cilantro out. I made guacamole and put it on my burger and then put some cilantro on it with my homegrown lettuce, because there's nothing like going out to your garden every night for dinner. I just want to come out here and utilize something that we planted or grew. It's wonderful. We made some pork chops last night with a bunch of herbs from the herb. Anyhow, moral of the story, I didn't have any tomatoes. But I got plenty of cilantro to go around, so salsa still. So I'm gonna just work on this and speed it up, and we'll take a look at it in the end. So there she is. She's all thinned. I know it's hard to look at. It's hard for me to look at. Whew. But we'll have much more sizable carrots this way. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. So that is going to be it for me in this video. Hopefully that was helpful, and I will give you guys an update because it does look really sad right now. And we're hoping that it won't. Like a couple days, I think that they'll spring back and look really great, and then we'll have more sizable carrots this year, which would be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.